I'm Allison Aragon.
And I'm Micaiah Murphy.
Welcome to the
Bearcat News Network. Today is Feel Good Friday, and today is an A-Day.
Will you please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. For this Feel Good Friday, meet the Cubist. Who knows where your intelligence can lead you? There are no limits to your creativity and skills when you put your mind to it.
It's said Erno Rubik's Cube has more than 43 quintillion combinations. That's a lot of zeros. It can be pretty challenging, too, for some, but not for everybody. Luke Burbank introduces us to the Cubist.
Daniela Chaim can probably solve a Rubik's Cube faster than you can, but that's not actually her goal.
So how do you actually break it apart?
They're not breaking apart. They're all hand solved.
Wait, explain this process to me.
I graph it out on my iPad, whatever the image is, and then I go and take each cube, solve it, place it on wood, each cube like that.
So none of this is the components. This is everything that we're seeing is a solved Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chaim is a 16-year-old who calls herself the Cubist. Her artistic process? Manipulating Rubik's Cubes into specific configurations, pixels if you will, and creating art.
Are you ever tempted to just take the stickers off and put them back on? Because that's what I would do.
For me, I find it faster to just solve it.
This tale of twists and turns began 4 years ago.
The first piece I've ever made.
When Chaim got her hands on just a few cubes, and after making an admittedly rudimentary Super Mario, she wanted more.
And then I begged my parents to get 1,000 Rubik's Cubes one day, out of the blue.
She asked for it and I thought it was insane. And I kept saying, what are you going to create or what are you going to do with that many? And she just says, I have an idea, I want to try something.
How long did this take to make?
This one took around 4 days to make.
That something turned out to be a portrait of Marilyn Monroe, which her parents, Nicole and Eric, kept in their Los Angeles home.
And then we realized, hey, there's something here.
Since then, Daniela has turned the family living room into a personal art studio.
How often are you and your family members stepping on these things?
I would say at least once a day.
Is there a worse physical pain?
No. It hurts so badly and then the rest of your day you're limping.
That's a hazard of doing this kind of art?
Yep.
So far, she's been commissioned to create over 100 pieces, from custom portraits to company logos. Depending on the size, these works of art can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Daniela and her parents say that money goes towards buying more cubes and saving up for college. Art college, presumably.
Do the Rubik's Cube people know this is all going on?
Yes, they do. They actually approached me a few times to be their ambassador, but there were a bunch of rules saying you have to create what we want you to create.
This was sort of your first taste of art and commerce intersecting.
Yeah.
To where you were I want to be an artist and I want to make what
Yeah.
I want. This is incredible. You did this.
Yep.
How long did that take?
This took a long time. It took 2 months. It was insane.
Her largest and most public creations sit just off Sunset Boulevard in an office building lobby. One of them, a giant heart, is a motif in Daniela's work, which feels somehow right, considering what a labor of love these projects are.
You have a lot of pieces that involve a heart. It's kind of your sort of iconic thing. Is there any special reason for that?
Just to tell everyone to do what they love. Yeah.
This is a pretty big reminder to do what you love.
Yeah.
Here are some headlines from around the country and the world.
Please check your Central Campus account and complete the survey for your end of the year celebration.
Our spring sports seasons are just around the corner. Any student interested in participating in track, tennis, and soccer, please make sure you have your doctor's physical completed and turn into the athletic trainer. Practice start dates will be announced soon. For more information, please see Coach Jordan.
There's some new after-school clubs starting at Central. If you are interested in designing and building stage sets / props, costume designing and sewing for theater, 3D printing, laser cutting, filming, editing, production, photography, and more, you might want to join the engineering club, the costuming club, the media club, or all three. These clubs will start up after the holiday week. If you are interested, please fill out the Google form at the bottom of the flyer. It is located in the Bearcat Necessities newsletter and in the Central Students Canvas page.
Here's today's riddle. Let's find out what happened today in history.
January 13th, 1978.
Fellow that doesn't have any tears doesn't have any heart.
Former Vice President Hubert Humphrey, a liberal icon of the 50s and 60s, dies of cancer in Waverly, Minnesota at age 66. 1992. Japan apologizes for forcing tens of thousands of Korean women to serve as sex slaves for Japanese soldiers during World War II. 1990. L. Douglas Wilder of Virginia is sworn in as America's first elected black governor. 1898. J'accuse. Author Émile Zola's famous defense of French Army Captain Alfred Dreyfus is published in Paris. Dreyfus, convicted of treason in a case that triggered charges of anti-Semitism, is vindicated years later. And 1864. Composer Stephen Foster, whose songs include Camptown Races and My Old Kentucky Home, dies in New York. Today in history, January 13th, Mike Gracia, The Associated Press.
And that is your Bearcat News for the day.